Hey guys, my name is Amish and today I'll tell you the division rules of Surds, okay? So keep a notebook in front of you and practice as you go along because maths is all about practice. Watching videos won't help unless you practice yourself, okay? So let's begin. So the rule for dividing Surds is pretty simple. So it's basically the general rule is this. So it's square root of a divided by square root of b is equal to square root of 8 divided by b. So basically this basically means that if we have two numbers which are square rooted and they're being divided together, we can combine them under one square root and then divide the two numbers. So in this case, if you look, we have and these a b basically represent any numbers. Okay, these could be any numbers. So as I said, if we have square root of a divided by square root of b, we can combine this fraction into one square root and then divide a with b. Okay, so as an example, let's say we have square root of 27 divided by square root of 3. So what that basically means that we can combine it uh, into one square root, so that would become square root. Okay, that's one square root instead of two, and then we have 27 inside the square root divided by 3 inside the square root. So you leave the square root as it is. So 27 uh, divided by 3 is equal to 9. Okay, so we have 9. So it's square root of 9, and 9 square root of 9 you can find a perfect square number. So square root of 9 is equal to 3. So the final answer is 3. Okay, again we have square root of 27 divided by square root of 3. You can, as both of them are square rooted, you can combine them into one square root and then divide the two numbers, which are 27 and 3. 27 divided by 3 is equal to 9, square root 9, and square root 9 is equal to 3. If it was some if it was not a perfect square number, so for example if we had square root of 7, which you would have a decimal number, then you just leave it as square root. Okay, you don't need to simplify it. But if you have a perfect square number, like for example square root of 9, we have 3. Square root of 16, the answer is 4. Square root of 25, the answer is 5. So you can simplify if we have a perfect square number. Okay, so let's move on. Okay, again the rule is square root of a divided by square root of b is equal to square root of a divided by b. But sometimes you just need to combine two sets into one. Okay, this is a follow-up from the previous example. So we have square root of 10 divided by square root of 2, which is equal to, we can combine it under one square root, which would be equal to square root of 10 divided by 2, and 10 divided by 2 is 5, so it would be square root 5. If the answer out to be a square number, which I mean a perfect square number, then you can solve it. So if we have square root of 18 divided by square root of 2, we can combine it under one square root, which would be square root of 18 divided by 2, and 18 divided by 2 is 9, so it would be square root of 9, and it is a perfect square number, so square root of 9 is equal to 3. The final answer is 3. So we solve like that. Okay, and do practice as you get along, because your brain is like your mind is like a muscle. The more you use it, the more stronger it becomes, and the less you use it, the weaker it becomes. So just keep practicing. Okay, okay, now this is working backwards with thirds. uh, so this basically means that so in the first case, what we did was, it was, for example, square root of 4 divided by square root of 9, and what we did was basically do this. We combine it under one square root, and that would be 4 divided by 9, right? But in this case, it's an opposite thing. So we're working backwards. So what we're doing over here is, if you look carefully, uh, we have square root. We have one big square root, and we have 4 divided by 9 under that one square root. But we are splitting it up. So we are working backwards. So we are doing the opposite thing. So square root of this big square root, inside there is 4 divided by 9. That would be equal to square root of 4 divided by square root of 9, and then we can square root the top and bottom separately, because both of these are perfect squares. So square root of 4 is 2, square root of 9 is 3. So the final answer is 2 over 3. again I'll tell you. So in the first example, like in the previous examples, we did something like this. Oops, just a second. We did something like this. Square root of 4 divided by square root of 9, and that would be a big square root, and we would have 4 over 9, right? However, we are not doing it this way uh, because because both of these are perfect squares. So just a second. So square root of 4 is a perfect square, so it would be 2. We have the direct answer. And square root of 9 is 3, so we have a direct answer. Okay, and here we are working separately, so I mean backwards. So a big square root, and we have 4 over 9. It is equal to square root of 4 divided by square root of 9. Then we just find the answers. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. Square root of 9 is equal to 3. So the final answer is 2 over 3. Just leave it as it is. So that is it. That was it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot for your support, and best of luck for exams. Keep practicing with persistence and perseverance. And thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, click on the bell icon, and share the video. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye bye.